I'm Yolanda, aka Creative Mommy of Two, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I am going to do a WIP and Chat. So, grab out whatever it is that is your work in progress, aka WIP. And yeah, let's have the usual ramble, shall we? So, the project I'm working on is still the same than the one I've been working on the last couple of weeks. I have just been doing a little bit of diamond painting before I started filming. Because, well, needed to wait till the kids were asleep because I'm filming in the evening again. After this week, just one more week and then the kids are back in school. But then hubby is still at home for 2 more weeks. So, yeah, just a few more weeks and then I can film during the day again. So that will do lighting wise a lot of good. Because, yeah, probably like here you have a lot of glare. I can't help it, but yeah, that's just the way it is. But yeah, how are you all doing? I hope you had a great week. My week was thankfully a lot better than last week. Because, yeesh, that was a week. Also, thank you for everybody that sent well wishes for Luna. She is thankfully doing a lot better. She had the rest of her medication. She was not happy with that. That was a thing, that's for sure. She was kind of pukey on Tuesday. But thankfully on Wednesday that was okay again. So thank goodness. All is good now. It looks also like she has a little bit more energy and life in her. So hopefully, like, being on the medication now, that it's still doing good for her. So that she is just living a bit more comfortable. Because, yeah, she's an old lady. She's already 15. So, yeah. Oh, in case you don't know, if this is your first video, Luna is one of my 2 cats. She is a Scottish Fold and she's 15 years old. I also have Lucia, who is just a regular house cat, and she is 14 years old. So I have 2 senior ladies here in the house. And both of them are, yeah, on special food and, yeah, having some medical issues. So, yeah. Oh well. Luna is on special feed for her, like, for her legs, for her muscle and all. And Lucia has bladder stones quite often. Well, not often, but she has had a history of it. So she has urinary food. And she is also easily overweight. So she also is on low calorie food. Because she's a bit food obsessed. If she has food left in her food bowl after 2 hours, that's a sign for us to get worried, because, yeah, she is really, really food obsessed. So most of the times her food is gone within like a few minutes. That's also why we have these special food bowls. You might every now and then in a video hear them in the background. We have these shore feed feeding things, so they both are registered to the chips they have, so that Luna can only eat in Luna's bowls. Yes, she has 2 because she is tiny and she is lightweight, so she can have a little bit more, yeah, fat and everything. So she has 2 bowls, one with only dry food upstairs and her dry and wet food downstairs. But yeah, Lucia only has her food upstairs, and that will get refilled a few times a day. Because, yeah, we don't want her overweight, because she has already been down that road. Thankfully, she's now doing good for quite a while, so I'm proud of her. She's now snoring nicely in the cat tree that's like a meter away from me. Good thing that she's not snoring at the moment, because otherwise you'll probably be able to hear her. Because that girl snores like crazy. But yeah, so thankfully Luna's doing good. But she's also just doing good. She's just being herself. Being scared of her own shadow is part of that. Also, thank you for the people who sent congratulations to me and my husband for our 9th wedding anniversary. That was, well, when I'm filming this, it was yesterday. It was the 4th of August. So that was also nice. We had a good day. I'm going to tell you all about it in just a little bit. But just a quick overview of everything first. The kids also are doing good. Obviously, they are still little kids, so basically every day you keep repeating yourself and be like, are they ever going to listen, knowing that they probably won't? And at the same time being like, oh, they are still behaving quite okay. But yeah, there's a difference in like behaving and like being just a kid. But yeah, sometimes it's just like, please just do whatever I tell you and don't start fussing. But I think that's a thing that every parent has. Like sometimes you just want them to listen and stop being sassy. Because especially our girl, yeah, she has some moments of sass that you're like, are you flipping kidding me? I keep forgetting the things she's saying. So I can't give you like examples. But at times, she gives me those answers that I'm like, girl, seriously, you're 7, not 17. Keep your sass in check, please. But yeah, thankfully she's also very funny. She now has, since a few weeks, she has like her two top teeth at the front side are out. And she keeps poking her tongue through it and like being crazy with it, and yeah. But it's funny. It's fun on a good way. What else have we all been? Well, what else? What have we all been doing this week? So I did not tell you last week, but last week our daughter didn't have swimming lessons because the week before they announced that apparently they are having summer vacation at the pool. So they were not doing swimming lessons. They at first said they were not stopping for the vacation, but now they ended up apparently deciding that they did. I don't know like what the reasoning behind it is. I can understand that they are like too many people are like we're on vacation for these weeks and that there are like hardly any kids in the pool, so I can understand that they're like we're not going to like be in the pool and everything for like 3 kids. So I could understand that, but at the same time it's like no, she loves her swimming lessons, even though she's already saying like when she has her A diploma she is not going to continue. She likes to swim, but she's like, I'm not going to continue. And we're like, that's fine. We wanted her to have her A so that we at least know she has like a decent base. Doesn't need to say that nothing can happen, because it's always the best swimmers that drown. But at least we know she knows like the basics. Obviously, if she starts panicking, probably it will be blub blub blub. But at the same time, we know that like if she just jumps in the water when we're at the pool, like it's not that we need to be worried directly. So that's always a good thing, that you don't need to worry directly at like the first thing. But yeah, that meant that we didn't have swimming lessons last week. At the same time, it was nice because it's always like at a really annoying time because it's at 7 till 7:30 in the evening, which means that they are well, whoever brings her that week is home by 8. Normally they are in bed. When it's a school day, they are in bed at like 7:30. And when it's vacation or weekend, 8 o'clock, give or take. Sometimes a bit later, sometimes a bit earlier. So it's nice that they are still able to go to bed at a decent time. But at the same time, it's like, oh, she was doing so good. Because, yeah, we got compliments that she was swimming so well lately from like quote unquote random people in the pool, but also from her teacher. Like, she's doing so well. And yeah, we're really proud of her, obviously. Because, yeah, she has been swimming a couple of weeks, well, a couple of months beforehand. And she didn't want to swim on her back. She didn't want to jump in the water. And the last time her husband went with her, she jumped from like these starting blocks into the water, well, dove down and dove so far down that she wanted to touch the bottom. So she dove in the water and then just swam through until she hit bottom and then came up. And that was what she wanted to do. So yeah, I'm proud of her. If she really wants to do something, she can do a lot. But yeah, her fear of a lot prevents also a lot. Oh, come on. But yeah, every now and then I remember that like I, as a kid, was also almost like afraid for my own shadow. I know that a lot of times I didn't even tell I was afraid for something. So yeah, if memory serves me correct, I was scared of my own shadow almost. So yeah, it reminds me of a certain somebody, and that certain somebody looks back at me in the mirror when I look in the mirror. So yeah. But hey, I turned out alright. So I guess she will be turning out alright too. But yeah, I think like every parent struggles at certain levels. It's just a question of if the parent in question wants to admit it or not, and I'm good at admitting that I feel lost every now and then. Sometimes on a weekly base, sometimes on a daily base, depends on how everything goes and how my own mental health is doing. Thankfully, at the moment it's doing pretty okay. Not like great or anything, but it's doing okay. Probably helps that now also the husband has vacation, so it's a little less pressure on me because I'm not the only one that can entertain the kids now. So that's also a good thing. And also in general, we had a good week. Obviously, as I said, like even if it's a good week, there still happens some stuff that you're like, are you flipping kidding me? But it's not that it's like it's one thing after another and it keeps coming and you feel like you're drowning. But yeah. So last week on Tuesday we spoke, I said that I planned to take the kids to a indoor playground the day after. I ended up doing that. I did that in the morning. So we could do again a poffertjes lunch, which I did 2 weeks ago when I went there. Because we've been trying to do at least one fun thing each week with the kiddos, like outside of the house. And yeah, so far so good. We made this little bit of a schedule a bit while back, and so far we're keeping ourselves to it. So that's a nice thing. Oh, come on. But these drills are not really wanting to work along with me at the moment. But yeah, so we went to the playground. the kids played sweetly. I've been just sitting there, browsing on my phone, doing whatever parents do when the kids are playing. And thankfully the black for this part is done. I love the contrast of the color versus the black, but it's a lot of black. That's the thing I don't like too terribly much. And now to get everything back in these containers, because these are not the greatest for that. Okay, we're going to do it a little bit different. I know I'm right outside of view, but now if anything falls, it just falls on the table and not just on the diamond pinning I'm working on, because that's not easy either. Oh, come on. Just give me a break. Get in there. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm just going to grab my other tray because I have the tray that my husband printed for me. But that's a little bit of a pain in the behind at the moment because these containers are roughly the same size as the spout of this, well, the opening of this tray, and it doesn't have a spout or anything, so it flips everything off. So that's not easy, but it is a nice tray. So I'm just going to put this off to the side, and good thing that I always grab my little tray of tools and stuff. So first going to check if I'm filming and everything. Yes, that's still going fine. Thankfully, I've had that happen before, that I'm rambling on for like half an hour and then I noticed that I'm not filming anymore. So yeah, that's a waste of time, and I don't like wastes of time, so... Yeah, so as I said, like I took the kids to the playground. Afterwards, we need to go to the store. I need to have some other things as well, so I could combine that, so that was also nice. Then we had a poffertjes lunch, which the kids really enjoyed. Afterwards, they just played upstairs and I just had a relaxing day. Not entirely sure what I did again, but I do believe I was diamond painting, because I am trying to get through my my cross stitch conversion project. I am now on like last row, well, the last full page, the row, and then there is like one row of pages that's like a sliver, almost, I want to say. So that's what I do in one go, because yeah, it's just small enough that if I do two sections above each other, I can fit the entire thing in. So I'm doing that. So that saves me a lot of time. So hopefully I will be able to finish that one soon. Obviously, now the husband is at home as well for his vacation. It will probably take a little bit longer because, yeah, he has his vacation. So we're also planning to do some family stuff. I am wanting to do some stuff around the house as well. Also, like working on the attic, so our daughter has a decent room. And also our son can finally have a good room, because yeah, he's still living in, well, sleeping in his baby bed, even though he's 5 already. But yeah, sometimes life just gets in the way. Thankfully, we were able to take out the side of his bed, like the bars from the crib, so that he at least can get like in and out of the bed himself. Because yeah, he's getting heavy. He is more heavy than his sister is, so yeah, hopefully we get a little bit more done soon, because I'm really anxious for that, because I'm so done with it. Yeah, slowly but surely we're getting there. I'm planning on hopefully doing something tomorrow, but I'm also doing like a few other projects as well. And I see that I have missed a drill. There. But yeah, so I'm trying to do as much as possible without like burning myself out on it. Because that's not good either. But yeah, I'm trying to at least get some stuff like in and around the house done. So that's also always nice. I did believe on Tuesday or Friday, I believe. I also did like a little bit of yard work again. Because that was also necessary. Or was it the week before already? I'm not entirely sure. I worked in the yard somewhere recently. Also worked in the garden on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday or no, Sunday. Sorry. I mowed the lawn and I did pull some weeds out of the like in between the tiles because it was getting bad again. And I was like, I'm not entirely feeling going back inside yet. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pull some weeds. So yay, that was done. All the little bits done are a little bits done. Okay, those will be done at the end because they are special drill. Special drills I like to do at the last part of a section, so not sure why, but I just like it that way. So yeah, I could think like Thursday was also just a regular day. Friday, we did something on Friday, but I'm not entirely sure what we did. I think it was Friday that we went to a mall close to us. We regular go. Not entirely sure for what we went again, but doesn't matter too much. But we needed to have some stuff. Ended up, oh yeah, I needed to return the lunchbox I bought for our son because it was broke already. So I needed to return that, and we needed to also go to a supermarket that they have there a bigger version of. At least bigger than the ones we have. So we're like, you know what, we can just grab it there as well. Yeah, obviously looked around a little bit. I got a cozy comfy pajama for our daughter, which she absolutely loved. It was a soft yellow from Gabby's dollhouse and was really soft. Excuse me. And my daughter is like really like me. I also love like my soft fabrics. I love like bedding that is like silk feeling and everything, like so soft and comfy, and yes, love it. So yeah, we did that. Like all the days are like blurring together a bit, so it might be that I'm mixing up a few days. I'm not entirely sure. I do think the chance is very likely, so. I was thinking we did something on Sunday, but again, blanking. I've also, like everywhere in between, I have been doing my regular household chores. I have washed a load of laundry. No, I have one that I need to wash. So that will probably be happening tomorrow. End of the morning, I think, because we need to do like a little bit of shopping for paint supplies, because that's in the sale from tomorrow at Action. So obviously I'm not going to get it days in advance because yeah, it saves me not too terribly much. It's I think like 20 cents a package or anything. But yeah, if I need to have a few, then it adds up. So yeah, I try to save wherever possible. Also, like, I'd rather spend my money on stuff I enjoy doing for a longer time, because painting, I'm not really enjoying painting. I do like it, but it's not like my favorite hobby or anything. Like painting walls, that is, at least. But yeah, my husband, like, hates it, so I'm the one being like, it's not that I dislike it, but it's not also that I really love it or anything, so it's a case of like, oh well, if you don't want to do it, I'll do it, kind of things. So yeah, I know that like above our back door we have some stuff that needs to be repainted. It also needs to be like have like a extra added glue layer because the like stucco is turning to sand almost. So that's what I need to do. I already did like the first layer, but we're like, to be sure, we're just going to put in a second layer. I also need to add that stuff to the basement. I also already have looked out for some stuff that I want to add in the basement for like storage wise. I also bought the first storage, so I'm pretty sure, well, that I knew for sure that it would fit and everything. So that's good. We got it yesterday. And yeah. So yesterday, as I said before, it was my husband and my 9th wedding anniversary. 9 years already, like, time flies. Feels like it was way more recent. But yeah, so we wanted to basically, like, quote unquote, have a day to ourselves. But yeah, obviously we have kids. We don't have a sitter, so yeah, a day to ourselves is a little bit different than when we would have had the kids at my parents or anything. So basically, we ended up doing the same that we would normally do, minus the like going out for whatever in the afternoon. But we went to lunch at the place where we got married. Then we basically had like a bit of doing nothing in the afternoon. We did take a walk together with the kids after lunch. Our daughter was like, "No, I'm feeling bad." Afterwards, we're thinking like she had the chocomel um, with her lunch, so a chocolate milk. So it might be that it was that it just hits too hard. So she was like, I'm not having it. But yeah, we needed to walk home anyway. So we're like, you know what? We're just going to walk for a bit. Maybe the air is doing you good. Maybe not. But if it's doing good, we can last minute decide to just go to a separate side and then just take a walk. And otherwise, I could take our daughter home with me, and husband would have walked with our son. He did that on Saturday. Saturday we didn't do anything. That now I know what it was again. Because our daughter was having an off day. She was being really difficult. And so, yeah, she basically was being a pain in the behind. I have been at home with our daughter while our son was walking. And I just grabbed my cross stitch kit that I have, the Starry Night image, and I just have been cross stitching while our daughter was on at the table fussing, because I was like, okay, I do need to do something without constantly needing to move rooms and everything and having her fuss constantly. And so I was like, I need to do something for myself, because otherwise I'm going totally crazy. Because yeah, my fuse was a bit short, let's say it like that. Yeah, now I'm thankfully fine, but yeah, it was a rough day. But yeah, so on Monday, she was first like she didn't want to, and then a bit later, we're also like looking at the insects and the butterflies and the flowers, and at a certain point, she was like, I'm feeling better. So we're like, whew, crisis averted, thank goodness. And we just went for a family walk. So that was nice. For lunch, hubby and I got a little bit disappointed like in our own food because we got a grilled cheese but with a egg on top. But apparently they forgot the egg and we registered ourselves like way too late. We were almost done with food. We were like, you know what? There was no egg here. So at a certain point we're like, yeah, well, tough luck. Too bad for the almost euro that it costs to have that egg on there, but oh well. We're not going to fuss anymore because, yeah, we're almost done anyway. The kids both had a pannenkoek, Dutch style, obviously. And we both got like regular pancakes for them, but then like kid size because they had special kid size pancakes for in the menu. But it was also there like, okay, any pancake can be made into kid size, and it was, I believe, like 25% cheaper or something. Because I'm pretty sure that the batter they have anyway, so it doesn't matter like how much they put into the pan. If they get a big spoon or a small spoon, for them it will be the same. So yeah, why not be like, okay, all here you have some pre-made options, but if you want anything else, it's an option. So both the kids got really lucky. Our daughter got a pancake with strawberries and vanilla ice cream for lunch. And our son got a pancake with bananas, chocolate syrup, and also ice cream. I believe also both got whipped cream on top of that as well. So yeah, the kids were happy. Oh yeah, on Sunday I also made a cheesecake, a white chocolate cheesecake. It tasted really good, but apparently the chocolate that I grabbed was like not chocolatey enough. I know it sounds really strange, but it didn't have like a really heavy chocolate taste. It was a no bake because still my oven is still broke. Well, broken, not broke. Never had money anyway. Yeah, so I can't bake anything, which really bums me out, but it is what it is. Not going to fuss more at my husband than necessary, because yeah, I have been fussing at him for enough things, also like the attic. I have been reminding him of it often enough that I'm like, yeah, if you don't take hints, well then tough luck. I know, he's a guy. They don't always take hints, but I have told him like straight in his face as well. He also told me like, okay, we're going to do that then, and still didn't do it. So at this point I'm like, well, we'll see whenever we get a new oven, but it will. But yeah, so I got the cheesecake. But yeah, after we got done with our walk, we just sat at home, had a relaxing time. I again ended up deciding to cross stitch a bit more. I am feeling that I'm like slowly getting to the end of like all the black that I had done, but it still feels like I need to do a lot more. Quite a lot more. But we're getting there. It's also like quite a big project, so I think it will take some time. We'll get there, one cross at a time. But yeah, husband needed to quickly go to work for a little bit. He needed to look if he like put his uh, vacation time in like the overall system, like not from his direct workplace, but like the national system. He wanted to do that on Friday, but apparently the system didn't work or something. He at least couldn't get into it, so he was like, oh well, I'm doing that on Monday quickly. It's not that it's like a 4-hour drive, like when he needs to go to Den Helder again. So he did that. In the meantime, kids just entertained themselves upstairs. They just played sweetly together. I was cross-stitching, so I was relaxing myself. So it was a good time. I obviously still did some really quick, small cleaning that needed to be done, because, yeah, being a housewife, certain jobs can't wait until the day later, but I at least tried to keep it to a bare minimum so that I could enjoy the day as well. Which I every now and then try to do as well, because, yeah, I am also just human. I don't want to be a computer or robot or whatever and just keep going. Every now and then I also have a day that I'm just doing the bare minimum, which is also very nice to be able to do. So, yeah, did that. Afterwards, we, for dinner, went to one of our go-to restaurants. But we did that with the kids, actually like just a couple of weeks ago. And they loved that place. Partially because it's a sushi and grill, so they can just pick whatever they want. But also they got calamari, which both of the kids are, I almost want to say, obsessed with. They love it. If you don't know what it is, it's fried octopus. Almost wanted to say the Dutch word, inkvis. And they love it. And I always think it's funny because our son, like, if it's just chicken and it isn't breaded or anything, he doesn't eat it. But when it's calamari, which is squid, because it is better than fried, he just eats it without hesitation. And he even loves it. So like, yeah, kid, you're crazy. But oh well. Sometimes we have a feeling that he is like a little bit of a texture kind of guy. Like, isn't it crunchy enough? He doesn't want to eat it. Also, like, raw paprika or bell pepper or whatever you want to call it, likes to eat it. Doesn't fuss at all. If I have it in like something from dinner, so that's a little bit baked or cooked, he doesn't want to eat it. He's fussy as can be. So, oh well. And now I know what we did on Sunday. We had the birthday of my mother-in-law. So the kids' grandma, aka hubby's mom. So I was thinking, like, we did something on Sunday, didn't we? Yeah, I know, I'm a bit all over the place again, but yeah, I think that if you've been here before, you probably know that I'm having a tendency to go left, right, center, left, right, and everything all in the different orders and whatever you can all think of. So, yeah, not strange for me. So we also printed her some like flower plant decorating thingies that you can poke into a flower. She really loved it. My husband's aunt who saw them was also like, "Oh, they are so cute. Did you really make them yourself?" And so yeah, she is now aware that we have a 3D printer as well. But yeah, back to dinner. So yeah, the kids were really amused. They had like their squid. Our daughter had her cucumber sushi because last time she tried it and she absolutely loves it. But she is one that's really like, she likes to try everything. Not everything she loves, but she at least wants to try. And our son is like really in his set things, even though I do need to admit he is opening up. He is at least trying some stuff at the moment, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, they also got lucky because, yeah, it's one of those like all-inclusive restaurants, so a little dessert was included as well. So obviously, because they ate good, they tasted whatever, well, almost whatever we wanted to give them. Well, our daughter everything, our son like almost everything. At least a few things he tried without fussing, so that's a win. Our son is always a fussy eater. Unless it's potato based, then it's our daughter. Then our son loves it. Kids. It's always something. But yeah, so they got their dessert as well. Sadly, the whipped cream was gone. There was nothing in the bottle again, and I was like, I'm not going to ask now. So tough luck. Sorry, no whipped cream for you. But at least they had yet another ice cream. So they had ice cream for lunch and ice cream with dinner as well. So they were a little bit spoiled yesterday. But yeah, we needed to go to the action, which we also always at the parking lot. We try to park after we've been there, or at least in the area. That's like one of the parking lots we often go to because it's just easy, it's nice. And yeah, especially for dinner, it's a nice spot. That container I need. Yeah, so we walked through there. I got myself some storage systems. I needed some storage, like bin wise, for like random stuff in the basement, because I have had these storage systems for like years already. And every time I think like, oh well, I'm going to grab just 4 of them because that's enough. I don't need 20. And yeah, every time without fail, a few months later, it's like, crap, I need more. So yeah, this time was no exception. I only got the small version this time. So we'll probably need some more in a few months' time, because I'm like, oh damn, I need some bigger ones as well. But then I also got 2 of these like drawer systems, like a little rack with like these plastic see-through drawers. And yeah, I'm trying to get a little bit more of a unified stuff, like one of these systems where I have like my candles to recycle in. I have these when I was even living at my parents' house. And I went out of my parents' house when I was 19. Just a few months 19. I turned 19 in April, and I believe in July I was out of the house. And yeah, I'm 34 now, so it says something about the age of those bins. They've been with me through a lot. But yeah, I love the system, but I was like, I'm really getting at a point, like, I'm starting to get old. I noticed that I'm getting like, I want to have everything like matchy and good decent system. Obviously, I'm still like, okay, for certain things, I'm like, I'll just grab whatever I have and just do that. For example, like for my leftover drills, which I also stored a lot again. So I've been like going through all my leftover drills and going through like whatever I all need for like my quote unquote upcoming cross stitch conversion project. That will still be like a year out or something, because I have been putting dots on the containers, like on the ones that I'm pretty sure of. It's still all like an educated guess of the colors that I'm like, I think I have enough, so that I know that like, okay, these colors I need more of, these colors I need more of, so that at least I also can do like something. But then I know like, okay, these I have enough, I don't need a full container. If I just need 100 drills, I don't need to fill a full Elizabeth Word small container of like, I believe there go like 1400 or something drills in it. So that's a bit too much. So yeah, and all the leftovers I've all been like storing away, because I had like 4 kits I still needed to kit down. So I'm doing okay on that area at this point in time. But yeah, I have a lot of storage systems. I have the like actual Tic Tac containers where I put a lot of colors in, because I always think it looks fun. They also work really well. But at the same time, yes, we do eat a lot of Tic Tacs, but not so much that I have like 500 of these containers. Thankfully, I also get them from my mother-in-law, so at least it saves a little bit of time collecting them. But yeah, I also have them like in old jam bottles. I have them in Ziploc bags. I have them all over the place. So that's partially, I think, why kitting down has become such a hassle. Because I have them just everywhere. Rounds I'm not storing anymore because I don't work with them anymore. I only use them for the cross-stitch conversion I'm currently working on, and that's about it. So yeah. Slowly we're getting there. But yeah, so I got myself then the new systems. I actually put them, well, I've got 2 of these containers that you can like stack. Full containers, like these drawer blocks. You can stack them. I had like a small version, also black and see-through, for my diamond painting washi, well, more specific, the washi tape and everything, and like leftover multi-placers and stuff like that. And then I use them for a lot of the mica powders that I have for my resin making, and all the other tools and everything that I need. So now it already fits together nicely, so I'm like happy with that. So I'm also planning on then doing like the glue kind of stuff I said like on that wall first, before I go further with like organizing everything. I'm also thinking like, if I have some paint left over from some project I need to look, or otherwise I might get some cheap paint, so give that wall a nice fresh coat of paint afterwards, because now it's like, yeah, a bit of cement color. It's all grainy and everything. Part of it is painted, part of it isn't. So I'm like, I might just need to grab a bucket of paint and just paint the whole thing after I sealed it. But we're going to see. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Like, my brain is always like going on to the next project, which is sometimes very annoying because I have enough projects that I still need to do. But well, let me know, is your brain also like that, or is that like mine? Probably highly anticipated and most likely neurodivergent brain. Because yeah, I have a feeling that at least like the past couple of weeks, I'm feeling like I'm overstimulated constantly, and I'm like, yeah, now I understand why my daughter gets cranky when she is overstimulated, because I felt cranky. Hoo-wee. But yeah, thankfully, at least with how everything went, at least especially the past couple of days, I'm feeling a lot better. I've done an extra date night with hubby on Saturday, I believe. Just because I didn't feel like crafting, so we're like, you know what? Just going to plonk my behind on the couch and do nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because I just wasn't feeling it. And I can't just be like, oh yeah, but if I do a few more sections, then I'm done with this time lapse. Yeah, but at the same time, I'm burning myself out on diamond painting. And I don't want to have that because I got close, really close, not too long ago. So yeah. Yeah, so for the rest, for our anniversary, when we were at the store at Action, as I said, like I got these containers for myself. We needed some shoes for our daughter, so we got them for her because they were on sale as well. I believe just €7 or something for a pair of shoes, like sneakers for her daughter. Well, more gym shoes actually, but they were cute. So yeah, at least she has those already. Oh, come on. Yeah, we rewarded our kids because, yeah, they've been to a restaurant twice in one day and they've been behaving quite nicely. Also, like for the rest of the vacation, well, last couple of days at least, most of the times they were behaving quite nicely. So, yeah, we were looking at like the section where they have the toys and everything. At a certain point, we were looking at like stuffed animals. And I saw some squishmallows. So we're just looking in between. There was a little devil. we looked at it. The husband looked at it. Kids looked at it. And kids were like, "Oh, that's fun. I want that." I looked at the name tag because they have all like little names. And the name was Salami. It was so fun. Someone was like, "I want salami." I was like, seriously? And our daughter was looking at like purple kind of monster thingy. His name was Dave. And husband was like, you know what? Come here. Or I don't know what, but not the kids weren't like fussing at it. Not like I really want it or anything. But yeah, they said often like, hey, I would love to have that. Obviously, I say that as well. Because I'm also sometimes at store like, oh, that's cute. I want to have that one. But at the same time, I don't know what to do with it. So, yeah. The husband got the kiddos a stuffed animal. So they were happy. They were completely cuddling up with it on the drive home. It was a little bit iffy if I could drive home or if I needed to walk. Because I didn't really want to fit in the trunk of the car. Or the boot, or however you want to call it. The backside of the car. So it was a bit of a case of like, we'll see. Ended up needing to take something from like the trunk of the car on my lap so that I could fit and the things would fit as well. But we made it. The kids were with their new stuffed animals in the car the entire time. They were been cuddling up with it and they all love it. And today we went to the zoo. We went to a zoo that none of us have actually been going to. So it was formerly known as Dierenrijk, so Animal Kingdom basically. And we decided to go. It's now called Eindhoven Zoo. We did have, like, we felt that it had a little bit of like a backlog of maintenance because there were certain places like if they are new building new animal shelters and anything, I can understand that they don't have that in like half a year done. so that they're still working on it in like a high season or anything. But for example, at around the enclosures of the Arctic foxes, you couldn't walk through a certain pathway because one of the small fences, just like one of those, well, hold the visitors fences, was broken, and it was right next to, I believe, the bears or anything. No, the polar bears. Polar bears, wolves, something predatory. And yeah, so obviously that's just a thing there to keep the people away from the actual fences, so that people are not stupid enough to stick their fingers through and get their fingers chopped off. Because, yeah, I think they just think, ooh, that's a nice stick of meat. Which technically it is, so can't blame the animal. So, yeah. Let's quickly look at my camera. Doing pretty well today. But yeah, so we went there. They did have a little bit of like, it felt like backlog maintenance that they could have done better. But at the same time, like the enclosures themselves, especially the ones that you could see that they have been recently rebuilding and everything, because you could still see obviously that they were rebuilding some parts and everything. But like especially the ones that you could obviously see were new were just amazing. They had like a new animal. It's like they are like the only zoo in the Netherlands that has them. Golden takirs, I believe it is. They are from China. They are like a, if you see them, it's like a cross between a goat, a cow, and something else. They're really fun. But yeah, so we're also like, especially the new enclosures were really well. Some were a little bit meh. I also got myself there a new coin for the collection, so that's nice. Add to like where we have been. I have also been looking, like I believe it was yesterday, I've been looking at like the whole list and seeing like, okay, what all is there anymore, what isn't, like are there places that I'm like, they have so many of these coins, I'm not going to get everything in one go. Yeah, I saw at certain points that certain zoos, they have like 20, 30 different coins. I'm like, yeah, well, that ain't gonna happen. I'm also not going to, I do know that there is a zoo in Emma, Wildlands is it called. They have now their 90th anniversary for their like opening. They have a special golden coin. Well, I'm not going to there only specifically to get that golden coin. I'm just not doing it. We went to Kasteel Park Born a few weeks ago. They had a golden coin for their 55th opening anniversary. Yes, I got that one, but it's also because it was also when I was there. So if there's a new one when I'm somewhere, that's fine, but I'm not going to be like one of those active collectors that like needs to have everything. It's more like a memorabilia album. Like, where have we been in what year? So that's where I'm planning on using it for. The kids got lucky again because they were somewhat decently behaved for as far as kids go in a zoo. So we ended up letting them pick out another stuffed animal, because most of the time, especially if we go to a zoo where we haven't been, we let them pick a new stuffed animal. And yeah, it was a place where we haven't been, so yeah, we needed to do what we always do. But also the collection was really cute. Our daughter got herself a polar bear, and our son got himself a penguin. Because we, one of the last things we did was a a feeding presentation at the penguins, and he just absolutely loved it. So hence why he wanted to have a penguin. I believe he called it Pinpin. And our daughter, her polar bear was, I believe, called Sneeuwtje. So snowy. Well, little snow more. So don't know how they think of some stuff. Some stuff is quite literally. Some is quite easy, but it's their stuff, so they are entertaining themselves with it. So they are now both sleeping with their new stuffed animals, so they are happy, which makes me happy. So yeah, it's all going pretty well. Maybe not again like next week, but we'll see that one next week hits. We are having a dentist appointment for our daughter, I believe on Friday. So that can go in like all the different directions, especially with her having a lot of teeth changes. We also have like one of her teeth that were like, it's getting to a few months since that she got the teeth out, and there's still nothing new there. So at the point like, what's going on? So yeah, so that's a thing that she can look at. Probably will directly after go to a city close, well, to the city where it is, because we don't often go there, but it's nice to visit there every once in a while. They have some of these like outlet stores that we like to visit. So if we're there, depending on like how late everything opens and how late she needs to be there, so we need to look at that. But we might decide that we go all together and that basically that we go shopping afterwards. But yeah, I think that's like about it as far as we have planned. We're debating on, well, not debating, but we have also planned on potentially going glow golfing or bowling, probably in the weekend. Next week we'll be going to Gaia Zoo again. Not sure what day, so might be that is after when I speak to you next week. Might be before, depending on how everything goes, how the weather is, and how we feel like it. If we feel like we want to go out the door, we might just go out the door and go somewhere. And yeah, we have our year passes to Gaia, so we can just go there. Which also saved us like 30% on our tickets for today, so that was nice as well. But yeah, for the rest, yeah, I basically think that's like almost about it that I can tell. At least that pops in my head right now. Luna is looking at me. She's laying on her back, feet nicely tucked up, and being like, oh, I lay here. Lovely. I love laying here. Eyes softly closed. Oh, now they're open like we talking about me. Lucia now is already thinking like, oh, you're stopping? Oh, nice. Then I can have my meal. No, you cannot. You still need to wait. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at this. I think I'm probably a little bit past the hour mark, so that will be enough for today. Who knows if I think about something from this week that I think about it next week. Maybe I can tell it then. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at this. I'm going to finish this last little bit off screen, and then it will be enough for today. So it will be stored away. So yeah, next week I'm probably working like a section there or something. Maybe if I'm really enthusiastic and work on it during the day, during the week again, I might be further along. But I think that I would rather than work on my cross stitch conversion. But we'll see how everything goes. Excuse me. But with everything being said, I'm going to leave it at this. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening or night or morning or whatever it all is. If you liked the video, you know the drill. Like, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave anything you want in the comment section below this video. But please keep it respectful, please. So yeah, if there's anything you want to ask me, tell me, let me know. You can find me there. You can also just leave an emoji if you just want to let me know that you watched the video, which is all very appreciated. I like the interaction with you, even though there are just a few that comment on my videos. You know who you are. But I love every comment. It's always fun to interact with you all. But yeah, as I said, I'm going to leave it at this. You know the drill, like, subscribe again, and all the fun stuff. Yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!